It is mailbag time here at NBA Now by Chat Sports. My name is Harrison Graham. Hashtag NBA or Super Chat. Get your questions in on the show. Jamie Miller, do you think the Mavericks will make a move to get a top player with Luka and Kyrie and their first round pick? Do you mean like trade the first round pick to get a player, or do you mean with Lively and Olivier Maxence Prosper? Depends what you mean by top player. Like, I don't think they're getting like a third max player. Like, I just don't think they're going to go that route. And quite frankly, I think in today's NBA, building with three massive contracts, it's hard to be a title winner, in my opinion, because you got to have some depth. Phoenix is going to try it. We're going to see if it works. You know, I think a guy like a Bojan Bogdanovic, that's been rumored recently, I think that could make sense where it's like good number three, but not a max player, right? Could you get a guy who else have we like? Could you get like a center to be your third level player, like an Ayton or a Capella, a Zubats, you know, a Miles Turner? But Turner's on a big contract, so we'll see. But I don't think like this blockbuster deal is happening. Decent deal to get another piece in here, definitely think it's possible. The Spicer, do y'all think we'll see who got hot at Summer League, carry that over to the regular season to make a name for themselves, i.e. Jaden Hardy, Keontae George, Jabari Smith? I think those are three names to watch. Obviously, George is a rookie here, but I think Keontae George is a boom-bust type of prospect. I think he's either going to be really good or he's going to be out of the league in a few years. Jabari Smith, I think he's primed for a big year. That handle looks improved. They've been using him as a point forward in the Summer League, and he's looked effective in that role. So excited to see what he does with the Rockets. And then Jaden Hardy, I think he's going to be the Mavs sixth man this year. I could see him averaging 14, 15 points per game off the bench. So, yeah, I think we will see some guys who stand out in the Summer League have big seasons. Crossboss here. The Knicks ready to get to the next step. Look, it's one season, right? You know, you've had two good seasons, one bad year in this 3-year stretch. Didn't make the playoffs that first time, but you were the 4 seed, I believe. Missed the playoffs 2 seasons ago, and then this past year made the playoffs and won a series. I think that was a good step. Can you build off that? Can you at least make the second round again? I think they can. Would I pick them to make the conference finals with what they currently have? I don't think there's enough there. Unless Julius Randle can play like he does in the regular season in the playoffs, bring more consistency, shoot 45% from the field, 36-37 from three. His playoff splits just haven't been there. Like, Brunson needs a running mate. And to be frank, I don't think Brunson can be a number one on a title contender, but if Randall plays like an all-pro like he has in the regular season at times, I'd feel differently, but he just has not proven to be able to do that. How many games will the Knicks win this year? They won this past season 47. I think 46.5 is a good over-under. I think if they flirted with 50 again, that'd be a damn good season. So predict it for us. 47 wins last year. How many are they going to win this year? From Droop, do you think the Warriors end up trading Chris Paul before the deadline? I don't. If he's healthy, look, he's semi-washed, but he still knows how to play the point guard position. I think as a backup point guard, he has value. Now, is he going to be on the court in crunch time with Steph and Klay? I don't know. I think it'll depend on the game, but look, he's certainly overpaid for what he brings at this point, but I think he will be able to help that bench unit. And I do think they'll find minutes where he does play with Steph and or Klay, and they play strictly off ball, and he's finding them some shots. So I don't think he gets traded. I think they'll ride this out with Chris Paul this year. Jeremy, do you think Marquise Noel can be a good replacement for Fred VanVleet? I think it's a good comp for VanVleet. Undersized, crafty guards who are really good passers, who can shoot. I think, like, that's what you're hoping he can be, right? Like, if he reaches his full potential, he could be a Fred VanVleet type. Now, I don't think VanVleet's as small as Noel, so that's always going to be a challenge for Marquise Noel, but he's fun to watch, man. He's one of the best passers coming out of college I can remember in recent years. Look, he's 5'8", man. Like, you gotta be a damn good player to make it at that size in the NBA. I think he's got a shot. He's looked pretty good in the Summer League so far. Edu David, what's your thoughts about Victor Wembanyama, first couple of games? I thought he looked lost the first game, and he admitted as much. And look, That's not, when he made that quote, I think people were like, wait, what do you mean you didn't know what you were doing? It's not that he doesn't know how to play basketball. It's that this is super unorganized. These guys practice like twice and then go play. So it's not like you're developing these like deep entrenched game plans. Like, you don't even know half the players. Like, a lot of these guys are going to be playing in China and Europe in 3 months. So, and guess what? I think in game 2, he kind of showed, okay, I kind of got my feet wet. I know what I need to do. Guy dropped 27 and 13. So I think he's going to be just fine. I think, there will be some learning curve, but he'll be an impactful player as a rookie. From Ezekiel, who should the Mavs get to pair with Luka and Kyrie? I mean, I think like a dream guy would be like Paul George. I don't think that's realistic. I would love a Clint Capella. I think he's gettable. Would the Hawks want Tim Hardaway? I'm not sure, but I think you could get Capella. I think he'd be a great center here. Gives Derek Lively a year to develop. I would like Bojan Bogdanovic. Would I trade Josh Green to do it? Coop, real quick, would you move Josh Green for Bojan?
No.
No? Okay. So, it's tough. Name someone the Mavs should trade for. Let us know in the comments down below. I think there are trades out there still. It just depends on if you're willing to move Josh Green and or Jaden Hardy. Correct cuts. Will the Rockets have to move a few pieces to free up cap space? Sort of a long jam at small forward, power forward, or do you just mean? I think you just mean space on the roster. Brooks, Barry, Terry, Tate, and now the young emerging Cam. I need not a lot of minutes to go around. Yeah, I mean, it's a good point. I mean, we know Dylan Brooks is going to play a lot. They just gave him $20 million a year. So we'll see who the odd man out is. I think that's what this year is about for Houston is among the young players, not named Van Vliet and Brooks, which guys are real pieces moving forward? Because I think next offseason, you'll see them move some pieces that they don't feel are winning pieces for the long term. Dante Davenport, is Murray a top 5 point guard since he got a championship? Well, the question is he a point or a 2? He's kind of a combo guard because obviously the offense runs through Jokic so much, but strong case, right? I mean, the way he played in the playoffs, he played like a top 5 guy. He really did. I'll say this. He is a top 5 scoring guard. I think he averaged, 27 in the playoffs very efficiently? Yeah, like he's a bucket. He's a bucket who can also dish. Chris Lopez, hey, do you guys think the Clippers should give Kawhi the max extension? Also, is Harden still at the table for a trade? I don't think I would give Kawhi that. I think I got to wait and see how this year goes. I mean, I love Kawhi. When he's fully healthy and engaged, he is a top 5 player in this league. How often has that been the case since he's been with the Clippers? Not often. And he has yet to be healthy for an entire playoff run. He's been there 4 years. That's hard to look past, Chris. Carter, is Pascal Siakam a good fit for Orlando? I actually would like this because they've got some intriguing young pieces, obviously led by Paolo Banchero. You get a good vet that's still young enough at 29 to help mesh with those young pieces, convince him to sign an extension, maybe 3 years, 120, something like that. I like it. I think Orlando's got a chance here. If you pair Banchero with Siakam and some of those other young pieces come along, they could be a playoff team sooner rather than later. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you love the NBA. We are the channel for you. Go ahead and subscribe for daily videos.